We live?
We golden?
Yeah, we go.
We hot?
Hit the cue, Matt.
Live from Saigon!
What's gonna do from Claxton to the coast?
Live from the Claxton to the coast! J.D. Lewis and company.
I feel like you're the one that can do the Claxton to the coast part the best. I mean,
Yeah.
You got the radio voice.
You do.
Because I can. As soon as
So basically what he's saying, Jaron, is I stink.
no, the Saigon. No, I'm saying the Saigon.
You stutter one time on the radio and I'm already boofed off. Jaron's put the microphone in my hand and I'm a little nervous here because I normally let him do the lead, but the Golden Foot's fixing to step into it. High pooch kick. They catch it right there about the 35, 36. Everybody listening at home, we're going to pass this back to Jaron and have an original call.
Folks, that reminded me of the movie Major League whenever Bob Uecker passed out from having too many spirits. And there was a line drive that was caught on a dive, and he said fly ball caught. That's exactly what that just reminded me of.
Just a bit outside.
It was a high pooch kick from the sideline. If we'd have been in the box, I'd have been able to call that line drive. Jaron, if you want to give the people what they're paying for. Hey, you stutter one time on the radio and I'm gone. Hey.
Oh, what are you talking about?
It was a great clip there, Matt. You did some good play-by-play.
Yeah, it's in there.
It was
he
a
caught
home run.
He's
Home
running.
run. First down.
Episode 4, 912 Crew Sports. We got Mac Daddy Edwards. We got Adrian West, not Lewis, and we got Jaron J.D. Lewis. Missing Butch tonight, but we proceed. All right. So, first thing we need to get into, I don't really have any announcements, but if we have any other things we can talk about. But we're going to jump right into, we went to Pinewood versus St. Andrews at Daffin Park. We went to Ronnie's pregame, and food was great.
Amazing milkshake.
I did a video on our page if you want to look at it, you can. But the game was great. Any notes on the game that you guys want to call out, Mac?
The only thing I've got to say is I don't know whose decision it was to play at Daffin Park. Great facility. However, they ruined the Golden Foot's career. Mm-hmm. They did not allow him to kick the ball because he would have kicked the sack of suds across the road right there on Victory Drive. But when they did let him kick an extra point, he kicked it in the top of one of the biggest live oak trees I think I've ever seen in Savannah, Georgia. Mm-hmm. So,
But on a serious note, I'm like you. I thought it was a good venue. I mean, it was well lit, nice playing surface.
Yeah.
But he very well could be trying to set some kind of record or see how many points he could score or whatever. But a game like that to a senior, and it's no fault of his or any of the coaches.
No.
Because we can't send a 14-year-old ball boy outside the gate on the Victory Drive to try to retrieve a ball in the dark.
Out there.
It's nobody's fault. It's just kind of a
He'd
tough
been like
set of
Frogger
circumstances
trying to
for him.
jump through the road.
Dodgeball.
No,
Tough situation for Al, and like I say, it's no fault of the coaches or whatever.
No.
They were playing it smart for
everybody.
Like
It was
you
the
said,
safe decision.
And the tough part about it was the whole game was played on the half of the field that we were standing on.
Yeah.
They went maybe one drive on the other end, and he got to kick a field goal then, or an extra point. And like I said, he boomed it, but
Yeah.
so that was kind of tough.
Which, we could have stood in the Sack of Suds parking lot catch the ball for him.
Yeah, y'all could have stood in the second set. I was staying in the well-lit area of the field.
Yeah.
Well, when we pulled up, you hear the bagpipe playing. I was wanting to hear the
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
bagpipe.
That was pretty cool.
Is there anything cooler than bagpipes?
I don't think so.
I mean,
I
I feel like if he could have had a more contemporary song, that would have been even better.
Something like Rocky or something.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I was walking, and by that time I heard that thing humming. I got so pumped.
Yeah. I will say one observation that I had about being on the field and being close to Big Al, when he was kicking into that net, it sounded like a shotgun going on.
Oh yeah.
Well, you can't help but flinch. I mean,
Yeah.
it's sitting there trying to do.
Yeah, I mean,
Kicks another one. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, it literally sounded like a shotgun going off each time.
I'm pretty sure it would have took somebody's head off if he hadn't had that net.
and this is we saw Banks.
Yeah, so QB1 was back groundhog. So, and kind of like what you hit on before, or we all did, when you put him back into the mix of things, and it opens up so much more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Sam's able to just run the ball then. Like, you don't have to think of all the other stuff.
Yep.
Banks does a great job with the option and pitching it. I mean, I don't know if it was indicative of the game that we were playing or what, but man, they looked so much more just crisp and clean. And
Well, and I think the reason that they look so crisp and clean was the fact that we got to see people tote the ball that have not been able to necessarily tote the ball because the offensive playbook had been kind of concise for Sam.
Yeah.
And again, not taking anything away from Sam, but
it was just the
Tibbet
hand
scored.
the cards they've been dealt. I mean, it's just it was what it was. I mean,
And I just want to say, you know, your nephew. I've seen the kid grow up, but when he come at us and lowered his shoulder on that guy, like I don't remember kids being that big when I played high school.
right. All of them when they walked out in front of us, like you look at Pinewood on the field, and even when we walked up and St. Andrews was standing outside getting ready to come through where the bagpipes were when we come into the field, like all of them, I thought the same thing. Was like the kids wasn't this big.
No,
And
no.
and looking onto the field, they don't look that big, but
it definitely wasn't a Folsom gene pool. It was all Lewis.
well,
It was all
I
Lewis.
don't know about the size.
It was all Lewis.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with Folsom.
Yeah, so I thought Pinewood looked really good with Banks being there in the quarterback position. Another observation that I had was the Facebook Live was awesome. The halftime stuff was really cool.
Yeah.
I thought since we had that kind of sideline deal and had that space, you guys were able to kind of interview people, and we got Stephen Watkins and Kelvin Goodson in on the action. I thought that was a blast.
Got Foy and Mitch.
Yeah, I
Tyler.
mean, I was enjoying
Tyler
watching
just.
you guys.
The only thing is, Tyler. We almost had to go to a commercial break. Tyler talked so
I actually
much.
did have to go to a commercial break to get him to quit talking.
Yeah,
right there,
yeah.
to get his thoughts on the game. But no, I'm with you, Jordy. That was a lot of fun. But talking about the game, to me, like I said, they were a lot more crisp. It seemed like I thought when we went to FPD, we were starting to figure some stuff out. And I forget what the next game was. I kind of felt like we took a step back.
Yeah.
And we've always talked about it too. When a team goes and plays a big game, just like Alabama when they played Georgia, their next game traditionally is not a good game. And I think that might have been what happened with Pinewood a little bit after
it
that
Westfield?
FPD.
No,
And then watching them last night, I feel like we're starting to hit our stride. And I think a lot of it's got to do with the confidence in the guys just having a quarterback.
Oh,
You know,
man.
I mean, not that Sam didn't do a good job at quarterback. I can tell he's more comfortable at running back.
Yeah.
He's got one thing to think about, and it's running the ball and running it hard, which he does well.
Yeah.
Banks does a good job with the option, getting it out there. I don't know, everything's just, and it may be the team that we was playing.
Yeah,
I mean, that
they were a
can
little
do
short-handed. And,
right.
Yeah.
They didn't have quite as many players as the rest, but it just seemed like the plays looked more in time, and maybe we're starting to hit our stride when we need to. I know they got a tough week ahead of them with Frederica coming up,
Yep.
and then Bullock after them. Frederica did beat Bullock
I did.
last week, so
Yeah. They beat them.
that's kind of something to look at. I've been able to see Bullock practice twice. My daughter runs Adrian's too cross country, the junior pro cross country for Pinewood, and while we were there, we saw them practice, and like I said, they looked good on the hoof. But like we talked about before, man, from walking in the other night and Pinewood walking in front of us, I would have thought, man, we're at a
I was
college
not.
football game.
I was not expecting that. I mean, I guess it being in the booth, but we just don't get to see that. But
Right.
us being on the sideline, I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't enjoy calling the game in the booth and getting to see everything. But that was something special to be on the sideline the whole game and really interact on the sideline. That was pretty cool.
Yep. So yeah, you touched on it a little bit. Pinewood is 4-4 versus Frederica next week, who is 5-3. They beat Bullock. Frederica beat Bullock Academy last week, 35-20, which was something that I didn't think I would see. Because I mean, Butch has been talking about how good Bullock looks, and you have said that same thing too. I feel like that's going to be a tough game. I thought Bullock was the game that was going to be the toughest left, but maybe it's Frederica. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We were maybe looking past Frederica to get to Bullock, but I don't think that's the case now.
No.
And it's going to be there. I have been to Frederica before, but I've never been to their football field when we went back in the day. They only had soccer, and their baseball field was actually the one that I was talking about the other night when me and Butch was telling the story at halftime how he played baseball at Daffin Park, and this field's still there, where the old backstop and all was. There was no fence, so I mean you could hit one a mile, and there was no home run. But the field that we played on was down there at Frederica. I was in the 8th grade, I believe, and the only way you could hit a home run where you could trot around the bases was there was a big oak tree that hung over past third base, and if you hit it in the top of that oak tree and it hit in the limbs and fell down, it was a home run, like a ground ruled home run. You could run around the bases. Otherwise, you could hit one 782 foot, and you just had to run the bases,
as hard as you could.
Yeah.
Moving on to the other local game we had, which was Claxon versus Savannah High. Final score was 6-19 Savannah High. Savannah High snapped their 41-game losing streak that dated back to September 2021. So a tough game for Claxon, but I know they have Portal next week, who is 2-5. But what are some? I know there's not much you can take from that.
So there was some speculation of Furman got hurt.
The
I don't know.
quarterback, collarbone.
Was it collarbone?
Yeah, collarbone.
Javion, or was it?
I had
The guy that
who
threw the
find out it was.
50-something yard pass.
Okay.
That's who it was.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm sure that hurts every kid, especially in single A, or a school, Pinewood size and Claxton size. You have one kid get hurt, man, that can mess your season up.
Yeah.
But got Portal coming in. Are we going to Portal or?
I think
Portal
it's at Portal.
At Portal.
I'm not 100% on that, but
Yeah, homecoming Friday night. I mean, I know they had a lot of stuff going on. And, I think it was a fairly tight game up until about halftime, and I think they had an injury or two that I'm sure plays a key role, because one quarterback or whoever, just like we talked about before with Pinewood, somebody goes down, somebody's got to step into that role.
That's right.
That's your secondary player in that role.
Yeah.
And then what happens to their original
Primary
role?
position.
Somebody else steps into that role. It throws everything out of whack.
Yeah.
Very rarely do you have a backup quarterback or running back on the sidelines that just comes in and fills that spot, and everybody gets to stay.
Yeah.
And the same with a single A school. So
Yeah.
I mean that's tough.
yeah.
Yeah. Just hope they keep their head up.
Yeah, again, that's exactly what I mean. My sentiments as well. Keep playing, keep your head up. Build towards next season. Make some positive plays, and again, keep your head up. So go Tigers. All right. Anything else local you guys want to talk about?
Pinewood's softball team's going to Columbus for the state playoffs. I guess you call it playoffs. It's a state tournament. So they play at South Commons in Columbus, Georgia. That's where they played the '96 Olympics. The softball for '96 Olympics. The stadium's still there. So they that's where they play at. But it's 8 teams, and I think Pinewood's going in as a 3 seed.
Wow.
So yeah, that's pretty good. I think they got a fairly decent draw. Wednesday, no, they're leaving Wednesday to go. They play Thursday. I got a couple of notes that I took down. I think they play Thursday at 12, and if they win that one, I think they play again at 4, and then they'll play at lunch or right after lunch Friday. And I do believe the state championship is on Saturday. We would love to go cover that. It is about 19.5 hours to Columbus on nothing but pig trails.
I don't even think there's a road from Claxton.
But the kicker to that is I don't even think they let Game Changer or anything like that, because they have their own thing that they charge for anybody to watch, and I get that. But anyway, big shout out to Pinewood seniors this year. Meredith Massey, Ramsey Middleton, and Aubrey Kate Danner. I think Meredith's hit 3 or 4 home runs this season. She plays third base for them, doing a real good job. Ramsey Middleton's their catcher. She's hitting over 300.
Yeah,
I think she's hit 3 or 4 home runs
bad.
as well. I've heard good things about her. And Aubrey Kate Danner. And it tickled me when the coach told me this girl's name. She hits lead off and plays center field for them. She's hitting over 400 right now. She can
Wow.
go get it and
Yeah.
do it. Aubrey Kate's brother, Colby, used to come take lessons from him when I gave lessons in Glenville
Yeah.
when I had Hard Knocks over there. And man, when I say her mom and daddy had their handful when she was little, she used to tickle me so bad. You turn around and she'd be on top of the batting cage, and you look up and then she'd be juggling 7 balls down there at the end of the cage. And then she'd turn around and she'd be in the ice machine about neck deep, and then turn around and she'd be sitting at my desk drawing on something.
Yeah.
She was all over the place, and I'm funny. I can see her now,
Yeah.
and it tickled me when he said Aubrey Kate Danner, because at that time I would have never thought she'd even wanted to play softball.
Yeah.
But she's turned in, just
A-
hits,
a
runs,
stud.
steals. I think she's stolen like 17 bases. So, that's funny to me that all that just kind of comes full circle.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
She was a hoot whenever she was over there doing that. So I was kind of happy to hear that. It tickled me whenever he said
Yeah.
her name. I hadn't seen her in probably that's been a long time. So Hartley's 10, about to be 11, and that's when I closed Hard Knocks. So 11 years ago at least.
Wow.
So that tells you she was probably 5, 6, 7, somewhere right around in there
That's
whenever
pretty
she was over there running around. But yeah, so big shout out to Pinewood.
Lady
You know,
Patriots.
Go Patriots. Hope y'all do good.
Yeah.
Go down there and show them what we're made out of.
Yep.
All right.
And then I think
yeah.
also, I think we've got a new.
So a totally new thing,
Uh,
and it's
and-
not exactly new to Claxton. To Claxton or the state or anything, but it is kind of new to me. I watched it for the first time last year on TV because they are televising it now. We're talking about flag football, the girls' flag football,
Yeah.
and it's catching on, and it's super exciting to watch. I was able to watch it in the on the TV in the dome, and last year, during right around Thanksgiving when they put the state championships on. Now I think it was Southeast Bullock that was playing. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Mark's daughters was playing. That's why I was watching it. Mark
Yeah.
Oliver from Claxton, and
They were at
It's
Southeast
just-
Bullock, right?
right at
Yeah,
Southeast Bullock.
Yeah.
But anyway, we want to go live, and we want to do a game for the Claxton Tigers flag football team. We want to we're going to interview some of the girls. We want to do a segment for them, show y'all everything about it, kind of teach you about it, because it is 7 versus 7.
Yep.
It's not traditional 11 versus 11.
Yep.
They're not wearing any pads. Everybody's eligible.
Yep.
So the center can snap the ball. She can turn right around and throw it right back to the center. You can't do that in regular football.
That's right.
And it is a little bit of a condensed field. So whenever they playing at the dome, they run a strip down maybe in between the hash and the sidelines, and that's what that's how wide the field is or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of different stuff. We want to get some of the girls to talk about that. I'm kind of excited about it
Yeah.
because I think they're pretty good. They got some athletes on the team.
And their coach is a local legend.
Yeah.
Local,
Shout out.
Yeah.
Local
the
legend.
Oglesby's.
Yeah.
Hannah and Anna.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell my age again. I was able to coach them when they were in high school, and now they're coaching, and got youngins and kids at the rec department and all. Man, it makes me feel really old, which I am getting old. But yep, so Hannah is the coach, and so it's another full circle moment for me. When I was able to talk to her a little bit about the team, she was telling me about some of the seniors, and just trying to get everything together for this flag football. And but I think that's gonna be a lot of fun.
I think it'll be
Something to talk
fun
about.
to see it, to interact with them, and and the other thing is it's something new that gives ladies another opportunity to play a sport.
That's
And
right.
that's what I'm all for that.
Another fun fact about the flag football is they offer it for girls in GRPA, which is the rec department,
Yeah.
and so you can actually field a team for that. And I wish we'd done it with my softball team.
Yeah.
We got a team full of athletes,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and we could throw them out there, and I'm sure go do good.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So, so flag football, girls flag football, it's coming.
Lady Tigers, son.
Yeah.
Tigers.
There's a little thing that I brought last week right there
Their little
behind
paw,
you.
tiger
Little
paw right behind your head there, man.
What? My belly.
Yeah, so
People normally
love,
have to pay
love
for that.
seeing local people come back and give back to the community. That's what this community really needs, in my opinion, is people to give back.
Investment.
Investment for sure.
Well, you got to, and it's not always fun or
It's hard work.
convenient or anything. It's not convenient or necessarily a good time. So after you've worked 8, 9, 10 hours to go out there and coach a bunch of kids that are not exactly yours, that are wound up, and and put the time in, but to have good athletics and to pour into your community, that's where it starts to me. Is local rec departments and even the schools. I mean, you can have lay coaches and stuff now. Like I said, it's not always fun. It's not always easy. You're going to always be, the butt end of everything. It's a little joke they say whenever a team wins, it's the players. Whenever a team loses, it's the coach.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm at fault at that. I mean, when Georgia don't do good, what's the first thing I say?
Oh, yeah. Kirby.
Bobo,
Kirby and Bobo.
Kirby. I mean, Schumann, it's all their fault. It ain't the players.
That's right.
And that's what we get, and it's tough.
Well, just from my perspective and my line of work, we're constantly asked, what can we do to do something with the community? And I always look back at the Sharp brothers and listening to their little, I guess you would say their story of their life. But if it wasn't for football, if it wasn't for sports, they may not have, and their grandma, of course, but sports really kept them out of the street.
That's
and
right.
and we look at our community and what's going on in our community right now. If we invest in sports, if we invest in our young people and give them something to do, they don't have that idle mind. So I mean, I think it's an awesome opportunity for Claxton, and I'm stoked to see some other stuff happening.
I was at a birthday party this weekend and saw Levi Smith. And I believe there's something happening. We'll get more details on that, but I believe this is the 70th anniversary of Harry's Barbecue. So,
watch out!
Yeah, I think that's. I know there's more. There's an event or something coming up, so we'll
You
definitely.
think we're gonna see how many barbecue sandwiches Matt can eat in one sitting?
No. We need to do a PSA, public service announcement. Beep, 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 beep. All right. I'm not going to say her name, but I have a doctor named Susanna who told me that as she was watching me take bites of that big sandwich at Papa Buck's,
She was cringing.
and she said she could see my cholesterol rising, and actually told me that was not appropriate for me to be doing that with my health. So.
And I kept it. There was more I could have put on.
Oh, I
there
know.
too.
I mean,
I kept it pretty tame.
So I'm making this a public.
All right, so I got a question.
This is a public announcement. I am retiring from competitive eating.
Boo.
I am not going to eat crazy stuff anymore. Boo! As he gives us, hey, that was a Kirby clap. Look at the Kirby clap. Show us the Kirby clap again. So, but I will tell you what I will do. I will go in there and eat one of those Harry's Delmonico's. I will do that.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about how good barbecue and stuff is at Harry's, but if you have never had their steak,
So,
I'm telling you, I'll drive past any Longhorns or Outback to get a Harry's steak. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
they're like, yeah,
Shout out
Chewy
Harry's.
cake.
yeah.
Shout
But-
out Harry's.
My question is, so you ate the Pigzilla?
Yeah.
Or,
Attempt.
we tried. We all ate some of it, and it was a good sandwich.
yeah.
But to me, Harry's barbecue sandwich is, I mean, like it's on time to
It's
me.
the
I
baseline.
like the sauce meat.
It's like we talked about. It's the baseline.
Yeah, it's like I mean, it's my go-to. I know I grew up on it, but just even the little bag that they put it in with the pickle, and it kind of steams the bun and all. Like
No.
it's perfect.
It's like I think a little bit of a nostalgia that you
Right.
get with it too.
Right.
that
Well, and
makes
it's
it that much
it's
better.
the sauce.
Well, that too. I mean, I love the sauce meat in the in the bun and all. Like it's just like it works really well. But
And I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you
This is
something.
the question now. Let me get to it.
Let me just say what.
interrupt me.
Let me just
Let
say.
him
How
go.
many?
He's
You
finished.
gonna be the moderator?
Did you?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm
Did
Gonna
trying
have
to.
another minute, Mr.
I
Moderator.
get excited when we talk about food.
6, 7.
I get excited.
So how many Harry's barbecue
Relationship
sandwiches
with food involves
do you think you could eat?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
How many Harry's barbecue sandwiches could you eat in one sitting
In my prime or now?
in your prime?
In my prime.
10.
I want both answers. In
Uh,
your prime and
In
now.
my prime, I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I probably could have done 20. I mean, I honestly believe it.
Yeah.
I honestly believe it.
Forcing yourself.
Forcing myself, but again, the way you described it is also, you got to understand, these buns are steamed, so they're not crisp, and I mean,
Yeah.
we're folding this thing in half and making taco
No, we're not
sandwiches.
getting
Yeah.
gross with it. I'm
No,
just eating them.
you know what I'm
Just
saying.
one
But
sitting. It's
crush,
not time. You ain't got
just
stuff in your mouth.
just
eat
crushing sandwiches. I believe I could have done 20 in my prime. Now, I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I really think I could drop 6. Might.
Just six.
Just
I mean,
6.
6 is still a lot.
Just
I'm gonna say in my prime, I could eat 12. Right now, I'm thinking 4.
I could smoke 6. I think.
So 6.
I think I could smoke 6. I mean, you got to think, dude. You got to think. You got to think. The bread is so moist. The meat is sauced up. What slows you down is some dry boo boo in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing dry about a Harry's barbecue sandwich.
I can't stand to go to a place and get a dry barbecue sandwich.
I can't.
A lot of times when you go to a concession stand, I'm at a lot of games, so concession stand, they have a barbecue sandwich. I kind of cringe a little bit.
Yeah.
Because one, they're either dipping it out of one of them cans
Oh,
from,
yeah.
somewhere, or they've overcooked the barbecue and they just chopped it up and they press it real hard in a bun, and you're eating. It's like eating a bale of cotton whenever you're trying to eat it. And there's nothing good about
You
it.
have to sauce.
But like I said, I grew up on Harry's, and that's
Yeah.
why I'm good too.
All right.
well, what I was getting at. Don't cut me
sorry.
off again.
Yeah, I did.
Don't.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to moderate you down.
Go ahead.
If you think Harry's barbecue is good, you should try some Harry's barbecue catering.
Oh yeah.
When they cook
Yeah.
catering, and there's something about it. When it's, I guess, not the big batches for the restaurant or whatever, when they're just frying fish or something like that for you on the side, dude, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you.
Yeah, you're gonna have to hush now. I
Let
haven't
me
ate yet. No.
He cooked pork chops for the sheriff's office and police department the other night
Stop.
for us to
man.
have training.
I just said I have not ate.
Let me tell you something.
That ranch.
Let me tell you something. I can't even talk without my mouth watering. Shout out Harry's Barbecue, Levi.
Shout out.
Lee and Levi.
Yeah. So, yeah, that made me hungry too. But I agree with the catering. They're always on time with everything. All right. So moving away from local stuff, let's talk about. I mean, the game of the week. I feel like Georgia at Auburn.
Let me clap. Let me clap for Tiger. I mean for
Kirby. You don't even
Georgia
know what the
fans.
Alabama mascot is.
No.
It could be an elephant.
I'm doing the Kirby
It could be
clap.
a- it could
Hang
be
on,
a
this is the
tiger.
Kirby clap,
It
guys.
could be a
Hang on.
tiger.
I'm
It could
clapping.
be- it
I'm
could
not
be an
calling for
eagle.
timeout. Clapping. I'm
Could be an
clapping.
eagle.
All right,
Clapping for
we'll
the
get
eagle.
to the clap. We'll
Hang
get
on,
to the clap.
hang on. I don't think everybody can see it at home. Let me, the Kirby clap, guys.
So the two things that I guess we want to talk about, first you have the goal line controversy, right?
It's a touchdown.
It's
It's a touchdown.
For Georgia. You're right. It was a touchdown for Georgia.
No,
He
it's
didn't
a-
break the plane. Ball's punched out. We scooped it and ran it all the way back.
I cannot
Should have been a
stand.
touchdown.
I cannot stand Auburn. I cannot stand them. My mouth tastes like trash just saying their name. It was a touchdown. If you cannot look at that still
the
picture,
only person in the nation that says it was a touchdown.
Okay.
But
That
that's
wasn't
Auburn
for
fan.
Georgia.
whatever.
Go on record right now, Mac Evers.
Whatever. It was a
only
touchdown.
person
Right's right, wrong's wrong.
In the United States.
I make a living
Auburn
off of telling
fans
the truth.
included, that thinks he got in the end zone
I,
for an Auburn touchdown.
I will say,
I'm clapping.
at first glance, I thought the nose of the football touched.
Break the plane.
It was millimeters.
It must break.
It was millimeters.
The rule book says the ball must break the plane.
And
And
he didn't break
you
it.
have to have
Control.
complete control.
He
of
had
the
both
football.
hands on the ball.
He didn't.
Oh my!
I feel
Again,
like
again, Mac's not watching tape before he speaks on
Let
stuff.
me clap.
so.
Let me clap.
This
for,
is
let
one
me
of
clap
the
for Jared.
examples that I would have loved. I would have loved to hear what the refs.
The referee were mic'd up. Absolutely.
I would have loved because we saw that in like a Big Ten game, and it was great to hear the back and forth between the refs in the booth, and I feel like that was something we really missed and could have used. I mean, they obviously saw something. They took a long time, and it had, what was it called on the field? Was it called a fumble?
I think it was called a fumble.
It was called a fumble, so they had to have indisputable evidence that it was a touchdown, and in real life, it could have been a touchdown, but they didn't have the undisputed evidence
So
to
let's
overturn
talk about the referees and being able to review it. Like, even in baseball, I miss some of the human error in some of the stuff. You know, I mean, even like this, like, and I get tired of watching review after review after review after review. Like, even if they call that a touchdown or a fumble for Auburn or Georgia, whichever way it goes, I miss the human error, like the human error part of it.
Yeah.
And I understand some of it has to be reviewable. Maybe I don't even know about that, but maybe like a targeting call or something where you know, in real time you want to go back and look at something. But I think there's too many. I don't know. I guess I miss the human error part of the football to where a lot of times where some of it's reviewed, some of it's not reviewed. We can't review this because we called a timeout right before it, or we can't review it now because you called a timeout. I don't like all that kind of stuff.
God.
Raylan Wilson punched the
There's
ball out.
two hands on the football.
Yeah, but the ball's
There
not
is
in
two
it.
hands on the football.
Have you
Let's
seen
go directly below that hand.
Yeah, so they don't.
That is the
they don't-
line.
They don't give touchdowns for on the 1 yard line. He is not nowhere near it.
The ball is directly over. It is hovering.
We're revisiting
over the line.
In one
the
universe.
play
In
here.
every universe.
See, that side of the line.
Max
is
got
not there.
undisputable
That side of the
evidence.
line is a
I know you can't
touchdown.
see this. Jordy will put it over this mess.
Yep, I got you.
This hand.
Putting it on the screen right now.
So
Look,
me,
look.
me, and the rest of the
Touchdown.
nation.
Right is right. Wrong is
Six
wrong.
professional
I don't care.
referees, a crew in Birmingham,
Professional. Let-
all said that it was not a touchdown, but Max says it is.
New York said, fumble,
Let's
fumble.
All right,
let's clap for Auburn.
I will say
Let's clap
that
for Auburn.
to Jaren's point, like the last, I think when they went back to the studio, they were apologizing to the people watching the game and saying like the last 2 minutes of that half took 30
Yeah.
because of all the reviews.
8 minutes.
And yeah, I mean, I remember texting the group and it's like, I feel like this whole half has just been under review.
Yeah.
And
I want to say I missed the game. I didn't get to see the tape.
it's okay.
I had to catch everything
At least
on
we're
replays.
admitting it.
But I was hanging out with Race Collins, hashtag
Shout out.
COC,
COC.
and I wouldn't take back hanging out with him to watch that anyway because I was told by one of my cousins who's a diehard Georgia fan that it was probably when you step back and look at it. And again, I know Jack Edwards always said, "Do not pick on the zebras," but they said to me that, and again, I didn't see it. I'm going off what my cousin told me, that it was the worst officiating for both teams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have heard it.
Yeah.
That it was not just that they blew one call. I mean,
many flags?
it was that, and that they, it was not. They weren't even letting them play. Again, I've not seen the tape. All I've seen is the
They had
reviews,
some,
and I will tell you, it was a touchdown. He had possession.
so
He
what
broke
they
the
call- what they
plane.
called it on the field?
He broke the plane.
So what they called it on the field?
They called it a fumble.
Oh, okay.
Georgia.
So that was a fumble. Okay.
If you break the plane in possession, the play is over. It's a touchdown.
Yeah, so they
it
would've
doesn't
called
matter
that.
what happens
So they
afterwards.
would've
If
called
that
it.
was the
They
case,
would've
every
said,
time,
"Oh, he had
every
two
time
hands
Michael
on the
Vick
ball
would
and he
jump
broke the
across
plane."
the plane and drop the football,
Yeah.
it would have been a fumble.
Huh?
You remember the days of Michael Vick jumping across the plane, and every time he hit the ground, the ball would come out?
Yeah.
That would be a fumble if we go by your logic.
I think you're missing my logic, Matt. If you have control of the ball and you break the plane, I got control.
If a frog
Okay.
had wings, it wouldn't bump his tail every time he
if I
jumps.
hit the ground and the ground causes a fumble, what?
The ground cannot cause a fumble.
Let me explain something.
So if I got control when I break the plane,
That's a touchdown. The play's over.
right?
And he broke the plane.
No.
You're enforcing my argument. I don't even like Auburn.
But they're
Right's right.
Yeah.
Wrong's wrong.
All right.
College football, if you give them that touchdown, it's a different game because you know the emotion. You know the emotion of college
10-point
football.
swing.
I'm serious. It's a different ball game.
It is. It'd
Is
be
a
a
different
different ball
ball.
game, and that's why Georgia won.
Yep. Anyways,
Let me clap.
yep, the timeout scandal. That was hilarious to me. It was the play. It was, I think it was in the fourth quarter. It was coming down, and it was like the play clock was at like maybe 1 second, and Kirby comes down the sideline.
Mouthing timeout.
Yep.
I do believe.
Mouthing
It looked
timeout.
like timeout.
I've seen
And then I don't understand the argument by Georgia fans. All I see on Facebook and social media is, well, the guy in the safety was clapping. What has that got to do with him hollering timeout?
he was trying to
Yeah.
stop
Yes,
it.
it's against the rules, but what does that have to
you know
do?
the rule.
I mean, he was trying to call a fake cadence.
Right.
I understand the logic and the argument,
that wasn't
but
what he
two
was
wrongs
trying to
don't
do.
make a right.
Yeah, that
like
was-
he, and if they're going to find people in
It's all
college
about
football,
Georgia winning, I think.
no, it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that. But if we're going to find people in this world of college football for the ignorance that gets fined for, and don't get me wrong, Kirby Smart's one of. If I had to pick a coach, Kirby Smart would be it because Nick Saban trained him, by God. But I'm gonna tell you something. If we're going to find people because what color Nike cleats they're wearing, if we're going to find people because of what they're wearing to a game, if we're going to find people because they talked after a press conference when they're fired up about something, and we fine them for saying something they probably shouldn't have said about a referee, then they need to fine that fool for running down the sideline, hollering timeout, stopping the game, and then saying, "Oh, my bad, I didn't mean timeout. I was saying that the time was close," or whatever his argument was, and this ignorant argument that the safety was clapping.
They wasn't doing their job.
Then burn the timeout. Make him take the timeout. That's football.
We'd have still won.
That hot take was brought to you by Claxton Oil and A1 Glassmasters and J&J
sorry. I'm
Interiors.
sorry.
The hottest take you will hear all week. Mac Edwards.
I'm gonna clap it off.
Let's give him some ice, folks.
I'm gonna clap it off.
We need to move on because that was
I'll clap it
that
off.
touched the nerve.
I'll clap it off. I'm just telling you. All I'm telling you is I have seen some crazy stuff in college football.
They scored 0 points in the.
But
second
what I
half.
have watched from that game has just ruined me.
Well, they still had to score.
Yeah,
points in the
they
second half.
had plenty of time to come back. Georgia
didn't-
owned them in the second
No.
half, I think.
About
Anyways,
15 yards a second.
anyways,
I'll clap for him.
did anybody? We had Oklahoma 6 at Texas, scored 23.
I called.
You called that?
I called
You
that
called that one.
Hey,
Not a whole lot
Art
to talk about in
finally,
that game.
I don't want to talk
Came
about
up.
Texas. I don't want to talk about Texas. We can just move on. Y'all done got me fired up. I don't want to talk about Texas. I have picked Texas every week, saying Manning's going to show up. Manning's going to show up. Manning's going to show up. And I succumbed to peer pressure the other night at the football game, and I picked Oklahoma. And guess what happens? Guess what happened? I don't even want to talk about this game. Y'all talk about like they used to say on Saturday. Like they used to say on Saturday Night Live, talk amongst yourselves. I'll be over here.
Well, maybe we can talk. I mean, do y'all have anything on that? I don't. I mean, it was hard.
Red River rivalry.
It was built up and then it wasn't.
Maybe we can get Mac talk a little bit about this game. Alabama 27, Mizzou 24.
Let me tell you something. If Mizzou's running back hadn't got hurt in the third quarter or whatever it was, he got hurt.
Let's talk about the whole game.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Alabama doesn't win that game.
No.
Alabama doesn't win that game.
The last play of the game.
If the wide receiver hadn't got, well, I can't remember the freshman wide receiver that got hurt in the fourth quarter. He doesn't get hurt. The quarterback doesn't try to thread the needle on the other freshman wide receiver,
Yeah.
and he doesn't throw the interception. It's a totally different ballgame. I'm gonna tell you something, dude. And I love the fact that they keep letting this big guy get in there, and I can't even think of his name right now. I'm so hot.
75.
Proctor. I'm 74.
74.
I think it's awesome. But if we're gonna play this cutesy football and let him do the wildcat and run in there, let's do that when we're up.
Yeah.
What
about? Let me ask you this: what is your take on the? It was not a targeting call when the Alabama receiver got knocked out. Did y'all see him get knocked out on the field?
Yeah.
So he went up for a ball. There was no targeting call, which I believe it was the right call.
Oh, I do too.
Because to me, it was a football play. How do y'all feel about like targeting calls and them taking away the physicality of the game? Like, what are you supposed to do as a defensive back? He made a good play. He made the right play. It was unfortunate the Alabama receiver got hurt. But to me, it was a football play. I think they got it right. A lot of people were arguing.
No, they got it 100% right.
Yeah.
They got it 100% right. But when you're paying $1,200 for a helmet,
it should.
You need to
and that was my next thing. Is I know whenever I played, my helmet weighed about 42 pounds.
Yes.
But I cannot remember anybody ever get knocked out.
No.
But now that they're like 4 pounds.
Yes.
3 or 4 pounds. They're molded to their heads, and we got kids getting knocked out.
The only time I ever saw somebody mess up a helmet was Claxton versus Windsor Forest, and Chris Bellamy let a guy go. And I learned this, and I tried to do it every game and never could do it as good as him. But we were on the front wall of back when you could have a wall on kick return. Yeah. He lets his guy run past him. And I'm over there in my mind going, what are you doing, Chris? Because I'm over here beating my guy to death, trying to keep up with him, my slow behind. Chris lets him run by him. As soon as I think it was Fellis or one of them receives the ball, Chris just explodes through his hips and flies into the side of this guy. And you remember those old jail helmets, the blue jail?
Yeah.
The blue jail came out all over the guy's face. Face mask was broken. Yeah. They're like, immediately coaches from Claxton's side is signaling for the daggum help to come to him.
Right.
Airvac.
Yeah, they'd have landed a helicopter today if it had been. I'm serious.
Yeah.
But no, getting back to what you're talking about, these helmets today, you're paying $1,200 for a helmet.
Yeah.
At some point, football is football.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong, these flagrant, crazy stuff that's just endangering the lives of everybody.
I think they protect some of even like the NFL. There's a couple quarterbacks there. You brush up against them and they're throwing a flag.
Yes.
We got to get back. I saw an old clip of, I think it was Dick Butkus the other night. Man.
Yeah.
They were he was just a wild man. But, just the physicality of the game, to me, we're losing it. Like a big running back, breaks a run. Linebacker or a free safety or whatever needs to make an open field tackle on him, and he lowers his head to run you over. What are you supposed to do?
Well, that leads me
for it not to be helmet to helmet.
And that leads me to my second thing. In this targeting world we live in now, if they're going to call targeting on defense, the running back lowering his head, call it on him.
Yep. Well, that's my thing. Have you ever seen that?
No.
I've never seen it either.
Face mask as well.
You have a bigger running back. You have a Henry or one of them.
A Scatterboo.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he does that.
With coming straight at you. What do you do? Am I going to stand there and let him hit me right in the chest and just run me all the way over?
Yeah.
Because it's going to be helmet to helmet.
Yeah.
If I do what I was taught to do.
Correct.
It's going to be helmet to helmet.
Yes.
I don't like it. I think they got it right the other night, which you don't see that much because it was kind of a big hit and a big play, and it knocked the kid out.
Yeah.
But they had it right. I think we're losing the physicality of the game.
Well, if it's not endangering the health of the players, I don't think it should even be called.
Right.
Just the crown of the helmet hitting some. It's almost got to that where it's like, if there's any head-to-head contact, it's automatically got to be reviewed. If there's any type of crown of the helmet hitting someone, they automatically going to call it targeting.
Launching.
If you leave your feet on it, that was the way we used to tackle.
Yeah.
We were taught to explode through our hips into the other person. I played Wallbuster for like a minute, and enjoyed it. But Kimani Holmes, I can remember in my head, I can close my eyes. When he was the Wallbuster, that's what he, whatever they call targeting today is what he did.
that was it.
He was like a Superman. He would dive into the wall. You know, I mean, that was poor Josh Hall. I remember one day at one football game, he hit Josh and didn't even know he was hitting him because he dove into the wall.
Right.
You know,
But anyway, just kind of back to that game, and I think SEC officiating as a whole is kind of under review right now because of the Georgia game. There was a couple calls in that Alabama game that was the same way. The targeting or non-targeting was one of them. But like I said, I think they got it right.
I just want to applaud you for
Yep.
that conversation.
I appreciate that. That was nice.
I just
Thank you.
really
Very
want to
good.
applaud you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, the next game is Southern Miss at Georgia Southern. Southern Miss 38, Georgia Southern 35. I watched a little bit of this game, and it was kind of ugly, to be honest. Any thoughts on that one, Jaron? Did you watch it?
Yeah, I mean, I got to see a little bit of it. We had games out at the rec department, which was about 10:30 before I did get home, but I did catch the last little bit of it. Which, if you turned it on, when I turned it on,
Best talk.
I mean, it was a 3-point game.
About one, huh?
Yeah.
But from what I can understand is like the first part of the game, it was not indicative of the score then.
No blocking.
So
Offense didn't block.
I think Adrian went to the game.
Yeah, Adrian.
Oh, yeah.
Adrian kept blowing us up in the group text saying I'm leaving at halftime.
Yeah. The offense would not block.
Cody and Swatty left at halftime.
Well,
Nuh-uh.
No, Cody and Swatty stayed. I'm talking about he
hey,
left.
I left.
I'm snitching.
When
I'm
the offense
snitching.
just did this and didn't block, and your quarterback's on the ground. Hey, I mean,
I do. You know, again, we talked about it earlier. We always throw it off on the coaches, but I think this is a prime example of where it's not always the coaches.
Right.
I think people are going to have to realize that the way the game has evolved with NIL, with all of the different things and factors that come into donors and the whole thing, which is now called college football.
College football. Yeah.
I don't know that you're going to have the Irk Russell at a Georgia Southern anymore.
No. And it's unfortunate. It's like you said. It's you can't blame them. You can, but I know they have a lot to do with it. But you can't blame the coaches when every time they get defensive player, like let's just say Georgia Southern has a defensive player that just tears it up this year. Where's he going next year?
Oh yeah,
He's going to the highest bidder.
yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, they've just turned into the minor leagues basically.
yes.
I think they need to. When I say they, I think college football. They need to have either two big conferences, and then let the smaller teams like the Georgia Southerns, App States, those go back to, D1 Division II or whatever it is, where they can have a championship to play for, and the kids aren't jumping ship on them like they are now. Like you can't blame a coach from that. Every time he develops a player, they're going somewhere else.
Oh yeah, well, it's turned all these smaller conferences into a JUCO.
Right.
I mean, that's what they've turned
That's
them
what
into.
turned them into. Yeah. It's just a stepping stone for them. Yeah. And to be honest with you, you can't blame a kid because if I'm going to Georgia Southern and I have 12 interceptions this year, and then Georgia calls next year or Alabama or Oregon or whoever and says, "Hey, I got $2 million for you to come play defensive back for me." Guess what I'm doing?
Yeah,
I'm getting my $2 million.
Yeah.
Because something might happen and I never make that kind of money
that's
again.
exactly right.
You can't blame the kid. But I don't know what the answer is for college football. Something's got to be done to where there's loyalty to a team.
Well, there's none.
That loyalty to a team is just gone. And like I said, you can't blame them or whatever. But there has to be some paperwork or something put in place to where kids are forced to stay or contractual to stay with a team, or they don't get their money or whatever it is. Because technically now, if you're gonna pay a quarterback $2 million to go play, and they show up or don't show up on campus, the $2 million's gone.
Yeah.
There's nothing that says you have to give it back. That's done money. It's gone. So I mean, something's got to be done somewhere around there. I don't know what the exact answer is, but something's got to be done.
All right, so sad day for the Eagles. There, I don't have their next game, but I think App State's coming up. I don't know if I think it may be Georgia State next week.
It is.
So
Gag State is.
Gag State.
That's what I call it.
I don't think they're doing so hot, so I think it should be a pretty easy game for them, and then App State. So next game we got, I think you guys picked between Florida and Texas A&M
Yeah.
at the game? Okay.
Yep.
Florida was 17, Texas A&M 34. I know Butch talked a little bit about Texas A&M
12th
last
man.
week, the 12th man, and they look pretty legit.
Yeah.
Texas A&M. I know Florida's had an up and down season, but interesting to see how the SEC is going to shake out. I mean,
Yeah, so the cream's starting to kind of settle, starting to
Yeah.
kind of come. You're starting to see who's for real, who's not. I think A&M is one of the teams that might be for real. Now they
Yeah.
might get clipped here at the end, but it's like we've talked about before. I think there's going to be some 2-3 loss teams that are in contention
Oh,
for
no
the
doubt.
playoffs. I think, and I do. I think A&M's one of them that's going to be tough. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, Ole Miss and A&M. I'm
Yeah.
looking.
yeah.
We can just go on to next week's game. Ole Miss at Sanford Stadium, number 9 Georgia.
It's gonna be rough.
It's going to be a good game, I think.
Game day.
Game day game.
Got Luke Combs and Bailey Zimmerman at game day,
Okay.
9 o'clock
Right
to
on.
before the game.
Are you going to try to kick the field goal with Pat McAfee?
Hey, I might. Hey, we can get a sponsorship from somebody. Huh? Sponsorship. Down below.
Oh,
Comment down below how much.
drop them.
I do
We-
think Ole Miss is one of those teams that's going to be a 3-loss team, kind of on the outside looking in. That's a quality team. I don't think, I'm going to say this, it may jinx them bad. Ole Miss don't scare me in Athens right now. If we were going there to play, it would.
Yeah.
Especially when you get
Yeah.
free timeouts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Free time.
Free
out.
laundry.
Yeah.
Phantom touchdowns, as Matt calls it.
Do y'all want to wait to pick these games?
Yeah, we can pick
we
them at the game.
We can wait.
Yeah.
And then I got number 11 Tennessee at Alabama.
Where's that at?
At Alabama. Tennessee at Alabama. LSU at Vanderbilt. Texas A&M at Arkansas. And Oklahoma at South Carolina. I mean, y'all don't have to pick these games. But I just grabbed these right before the.
I
It's
like
pretty good matchups right there.
Yeah.
I think as far as good football games, to watch.
Yep.
5 SEC teams in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of upsets this week.
I'd like
And-
I'd like to applaud you for getting that
Penn
together.
Yeah,
State
yeah.
fired. Penn State fired.
That's what I'm here for.
Their head coach.
Yeah, Penn State smoked their head coach.
0-3.
Big game, James.
Good buyout.
Sorry, Natalie Ocker. Hashtag Nittany Lounge.
Mariners just whipped the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
10-3.
10-3.
Speaking of that,
2-0.
what about that 15 innings?
Oh, Lord.
That was a good game.
Awesome.
I appreciated last night games a little bit more because it was a baseball game. There was some clutch hitting going on.
Yeah.
They were stealing bases.
What game
It
was that?
almost Mariners and the
Oh,
Blue
okay.
Jays. It almost looked like a baseball game of old, like you said before. Football don't look like it is. Baseball is about unrecognizable to like a baseball purist
Yeah.
as far as the way they play the game now. And
Bird.
last night's game was a little bit like a real baseball game.
First pitch, home run.
Yep.
I said it's going to be a high scoring
I do
game.
have a question.
Yeah.
The other night, bases loaded, 1 out. Whatever happened to the squeeze play?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I forget who it was the other night. It was a playoff game. I think it was the Mariners. And they had a guy on third base with 1 out, and it was a tie ball game. Now, granted, they had like their 3 or 4 hole up to hit. It might have been 5. It was a good hitter. You don't want to win that game if you're not bunting him in.
Yes.
You don't want to win that game.
No.
As a manager, and you can't stack all your eggs and I'm going to get a hit basket anymore because the pitching's unreal. I mean, you're hitting triple digits, but I mean, you're not wanting to win that game if you're not,
Put
getting
him in
up-
score. You got to advance him.
Well, I mean, he's on third base. He's sitting there. You got a professional hitter at the plate. Just to get me over bunt and get him in. I mean, you got to. I mean, it's squeeze play, whatever.
Yeah.
We're talking about the last inning of the game.
Yeah.
And no, they didn't. I think it was the 15 inning game. Like
Yeah.
you don't want to win that game
No.
if you're not getting him in.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying about you walk him and you put him on base, and you got a full. I mean, literally,
Yeah.
a runner on every base. Bunt it in there.
But the only thing about bunting is it gives you a force play at the plate. If you bunt it straight back to the pitcher, they just flip it right there to the plate and you step on it and he's out.
He hit
But-
it to the third baseman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
Suarez made a play.
But last night, I mean, Rosarena got on and stole second and then stole third. I mean, you don't get to see that a lot anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, it was nice for me to see that. And then the catcher hit a bomb to put them up. So,
61st home run.
Big
Or
dumper.
what's it? Big
shout out Claxton Bakery, Big Will. Me and Will text each other every year whenever the playoffs start. Me and him both love playoff baseball. And every time I roll through town and I smell that fruitcake cooking, the first time I smell it,
Clack
first time I roll through, smell it cooking, I know that playoff baseball, it's right around the 1st of October. I think it started a little bit earlier this year,
Yeah.
but I know playoff baseball is right there at the 1st of October. And usually that just signals that it's there for me. Me and him always text each other because that's when we like to pick up and watch baseball. That's when it gets good to me.
Yeah.
To me, they don't play hard during the regular season. They just let the chips fall where they will. But when they're playing playoff baseball, they're going all out, and it's good
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah.
And that was a good game to me last
I
night.
have the same thing whenever they turn the peanuts
Yeah.
and everything
Yeah.
starts,
Smelling like dirt.
Oh,
I
man.
love that smell.
That's when it's like, hunting and football.
Yeah, cooler weather.
Yep.
I mean, it's just it all wraps it. I mean, that's pretty much South Georgia's small town.
Yeah.
you gotta love
Oh
that
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
stuff.
I mean, it gets me pretty excited. Makes me want to clap.
Talk about beating a dead horse. I mean, come on. Move past it, man.
You are talking about Alabama. We got 19 national championships: 1912, 1942.
Can't wait to see the shirt.
We were dual champions in '38.
No, it has nothing to do with Georgia football. I've already told y'all, if Alabama's not playing Georgia, I'm rooting for Georgia all day, every day. I don't know if I'm going to be able to root for Georgia against Georgia Tech because Georgia Tech seems to be the truth.
Well,
Hashtag Coy Hearn, like a good neighbor. Coy Hearn is there. But I will tell you, I don't know if I can root against Georgia at the end of the season when they play Georgia Tech.
I really think that's going to be a game that's going to decide 2 seasons.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it. Georgia Tech more than likely will run out until they get to Georgia,
No loss.
and then they have what I would think they would play for the
ACC.
conference championship.
Yeah.
So they could possibly have 2 losses. One with Georgia and one for that. So if they
Right.
do have 2 losses, what's tough is they're back to back. Okay, if you have 2 losses back to back at the end of the season, the committee is probably going to kick you out.
Yeah.
What about Notre Dame?
Yeah.
They have nobody left.
Yeah.
They went out. They have 2 losses at the first part of the season. They're going to forget about that.
Yeah.
And who are they putting in?
Yeah, they're putting Notre Dame.
You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know. Man, it's just that kind of stuff ticks me off. But I do believe the Georgia Tech game. I mean,
It's one I've already taken off for. I'm
yeah.
ready.
And I think it's going
You
to.
going?
No,
I would lean towards
Coy's
Georgia
not
just
buying
because no, it's not in Athens this year. It's in the
I'm
dome.
going.
it's in the dome.
It's in the dome.
I'm going.
So that.
Might
Yeah,
have some tickets.
Ooh.
that's
Might
gonna
have
be
some tickets.
nice.
You gonna wear?
I'll dress up like a bumblebee.
Hey, no, well,
A
if you gonna dress
rambling-
up like a bumblebee, we not going.
A rumbling wreck, rambling wreck,
Rat tick.
rambling wreck.
I'll
From
be a
Georgia
piss about tired.
All right. So, anything else besides timeouts or end zones, touchdowns, fumbles, whatever? Anything else you guys want to chat about locally, nationally? Anything?
Where are we eating Friday?
Oh yeah,
So,
Granddaddy's.
games in
Frederica.
Frederica, which is St. Simon's. So I believe it is probably going to be Crab Daddies for the win. So Crab Daddies, if you're on alert, we're coming.
Granddaddy.
Butch is not here with us tonight, but he will be here with us that night. So, get the big fryer warmed up. We're coming to see you.
Crab Daddies. Huh?
Crab Daddies.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I've ever been.
I don't think I've
Oh,
ever been
good.
there. Either.
Good filet
Oh, yeah.
mignon.
All right.
I thought about that when you said Crab Daddies. I thought how good their steak would be.
Yeah. That's the first thing that comes to mind.
First thing that comes to mind.
I did think of something that I did want to kind of ask,
and this is kind of like just Gen Z slang.
Yeah,
So I'm going to start with you, and you may know this, but do you know what Riz means?
I don't.
Any guess?
Nope.
I think my
he's
son
got mad
told me.
Riz.
Yeah.
Like
Can't
he's
you
got
riz somebody up too?
Do you know?
I really don't know. I think it has. I think by using
Charisma.
context clues and listening to my son,
Charisma.
it has to do with charisma.
Yep.
Wow.
So it's like in the
Riz?
terminology.
He really
You
is.
normally can if you can, I guess back in the day, if you had game, right? Like if you had game with the girls, you can also you can riz up a girl, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, mid. You know what mid means?
Yeah, kind of.
It's
Half and half.
it's just
There.
Medium.
yeah.
Mediocre.
6, 7.
Right.
Medium. Do you know what 6'7" means?
So. Love.
I don't really know what it means,
That's
but
what
I
it
was-
said. I looked it
I
up. It
was-
said
okay.
so
So
or love.
I was told that it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
It just when you hear 6 and 7, it's just kind of a play
Yeah,
on
it's
words.
a meme.
It could
But
be
that- 'cause
6'7". That's
all
how.
the, all the junior
what's
pro
his name?
football, every time anything was 6'7", like be like, look at number 67. You'd hear them in the background, 6'7".
Right.
Lamar Ball is 6'7".
Yeah.
It came from a song.
From a rap song.
And then somebody like put it on a TikTok where LaMelo Ball was, and it evolved into something else, and it is whatever you want it to be. Honestly, I mean, as soon as someone says it, they just 6'7". You know?
yeah.
And I
Thing.
think when we start talking about 6'7" and doing it, that's when it should die. Like,
Oh yeah. No,
remember
definitely.
when
when
our
the,
parents?
when the black cloud gets hold of it, it'll be over.
I just remember when
Isn't that
when,
what you say? The black cloud.
when our parents. What did you say?
Linus.
Yeah.
I had the little.
Oh,
Charlie
yeah.
Brown Linus
Yeah,
had a
Charlie
cloud
Brown,
over
yeah.
him all the
Linus.
time. That's me.
Yeah.
It's just a black.
What about no cap?
No cap.
That's a
cap?
lie. No lie. I'm not lying. I'm keeping it 100.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm not.
I know that
I'm
one.
not exaggerating.
Yeah, I'm not exaggerating. I know that one.
Yeah, and then cap would be that's
a lie.
cap.
That's a lie. You're lying.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Straight up.
You capping.
Yeah. Like in situational stuff, I can pick up on it. But
Yeah.
Kind
straight
of,
out right time,
kind of like Jaron's capping about the touchdown.
Ah,
and the rest of the nation. The rest of the
we're
nation
going
that got it
6'7"
wrong.
on that.
All right, that's all I got for that. I'll bring some more next week so we can have our Gen Z slang segment.
I do want to do one thing, and I want some engagement on this next post.
Okay.
I want some comments and engagement on this next post.
Okay.
I'm looking at you. Take a second. Look me in the eyes. We're looking together. Microphone in hand.
Yeah. Talk to him.
Look me in the eyes. I need some engagement on this.
It was a fumble.
We need to know what the video looks like.
He just destroyed the. All right, let's go.
Back in.
Back in. Get with me. I need comments down below. Do you like it better when we're up in the stands, in the booth, calling the game, or do you like us on the sideline? Right now, I think my vote is sideline.
Yes.
I really, really enjoyed it. I really, really thought that we were more intimate with the game. We got to do more things. We got to see a lot of things that we didn't see. Now, I will tell you one thing. There was a lot of guessing on where the ball actually was.
It was hard to spot.
It was hard to spot. But we're willing to do for you what you want. And I think
I think we need to put a Lauren on the sideline.
if nothing else, let's go with Jaron's thing. If nothing else, comment below. Should we have a sideline reporter that we can go to at these games to give us that option? And I think that might be the best thing, because then the cameraman's going to have to run from the booth to the sideline and from the sideline to the booth. So we're really looking out for his health. But comment below, down here, down below the video, and tell us what we should do. Tell us what we should do. I need to know. It's kept me up at night. I need to know.
All right,
And then Mac, right up under where Mac's got his, right up under his, where you let us know sideliner, no sideliner, put fumble or touchdown, whichever one you think it was. Was it a fumble? Was it a touchdown?
Statistically
And then
speaking,
we'll go on that to decide to be the winner.
statistically speaking, I think that's going to be a skewed poll because there's a lot more Georgia fans than there is Auburn fans that are listening.
All the
right
Auburn
now.
fans were saying the same thing, that it was a fumble.
No, I don't think they are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. Listen,
Read Facebook.
because
Hey,
Facebook's
the book don't lie.
Face page.
Book don't lie.
From a technical standpoint, the sideline reporter will be a difficult thing to do.
Sorry, we probably should have
But
talked
yeah,
producer.
but yeah, I mean, and also another thing that I want to say is, if you, I know we shouted out Walker Todd last week. If anybody knows anybody that deserves a shout out, a former player that's doing something somewhere at a college, or someone that's just, doing something interesting out in the business world that needs some recognition, I think this is something that I want to showcase with this is our community, the people who are doing cool things in the world that came from Claxon or this area. So just a shout out that I wanted to make. So if underneath what you say for Mac or whatever, tell us those people that need some recognition, need some love. Let us know so we can, make a silly post about it or, make a serious one. So anyways, that's all I wanted to say. If there's nothing else you guys wanted,
I do have.
Yep.
I do have one more. So all of our games from week to week. So the ones that we pick them, the halftime show or pick them to, is brought to you by COC, the Claxton Oil.
That's correct.
One thing that we don't have and that we do have now is we're picking the winners. So every week we talk about the winners, right? So Todd Padgett Housing wants to sponsor the winners. For some reason he calls himself a winner and that he wins all the time. So it's Todd Padgett Housing Winners is what we're going to do the following Monday when we talk about the winners.
Okay.
So shout out Todd Padgett.
Okay. Yeah.
good news. Yeah.
COC.
COC.
A1 Glassmaster.
Everyone Glassmaster COC.
J&J
Our
Interiors.
paperwork has been approved. So big things coming. If you want to sponsor, you want to get your name up here, you want us to, give you some shout out, maybe start running some commercials and some stuff that we're doing. Comment below, shoot us a text, let us know about what you would like. And like I say, we're fixing to roll out this thing. We'd love to have you.
And we're going to clap it out tonight.
Jaron,
Bumbo!
why don't you grab the mic and give us a send-off?
You have Jaron Lewis, Mac Edwards, Jordy Tippins, Adrian West, and Butch Morris from Claxton to the Coast. This is 912, The Crew.
Thank you.